So we're going to start off the conversation with a snap with two hands.
Okay.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Unexpected Connections, where we bring together inventive people across different industries through events and intimate dinners. We share insights from industry leaders pushing the boundaries. Thanks for tuning in.
How's it going, guys? My name is Josh. We are out here with Unexpected Connections, Dinner 2023. I am sitting with Ellen Chen. So thanks for coming today. How was the dinner?
Thank you for having me. It was amazing, delicious, and unexpected.
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Right. So the theme of the night was the imperfectly perfect time to start. So can you explain to everybody just for yourself in your journey?
Yeah. Well, I actually think it's really interesting. I don't think there's ever a right time to start. I think that's one of the things as I reflect back as an entrepreneur and also as a mom, because everyone always asks, how do you know when you're ready? And I said, one of the craziest things is you don't know. You just have to jump into it.
Wow.
Because there's never a right time, because if you overthink it, you'll never start.
Yeah.
So.
And what's one of the best pieces of advice that you've received?
I think one of the best advice that I've received is this idea of failing, because there's no such thing, because I think that's one of the things that actually gets in the way of doing something, right? Because you're always fearful of, is this going to work out? Am I going to fail? What's going to happen if I don't make it? And honestly, someone told me, they're like, you're going to figure it out. That is the only way you can learn. You just have to pick yourself back up and do it over and over again. But don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That answers my next question, which was like, what's a piece of advice you would give to someone that's looking to start off on their journey is?
Same thing. It's, don't be afraid to just jump in. Obviously, do your research, talk to people, network, make connections. But don't be afraid to start, because there's never the right time. I always say, if something bad happens, guess what? You wake up and you have the next day. I don't want to be so morbid, but you're not going to die, right? And I think that's one of the things that has always gotten me through is like, I know no matter how hard something gets, I'm going to have to wake up next day and just face whatever it is. But I get the privilege of being alive, right?
Yeah.
So embrace it.
Yes, thank you. All right, and then last question here is, what is the riskiest thing you've done, and what was the outcome as you reflect back?
So I think the riskiest thing that I've done is going into business with my husband. Because as being Asian, we all have this path that we're supposed to take. You're supposed to become a doctor, lawyer, or go get a really great corporate job. I did that. And I had the opportunity when I met my husband, who was actually just a guy I was dating, had a business. And I decided to completely take a left turn and become his business partner. And it was crazy because I kind of left what I thought was success, what I thought was financial security, to start something completely different in the hospitality industry. He was in the restaurant business. And, we've been doing it for the last 20 years. And I didn't think we would get to this point where we were going to be able to sell the company.
Yeah.
We just, it's crazy. Again, taking risks and not being afraid to fail.
Yeah.
That was it's just a crazy thing, because when I told my parents, they thought I was insane.
They're freaking out. They're like,
yeah, absolutely. Like, how could you do that? You went to college. You're not supposed to go work in the restaurants. And it's probably one of the most amazing things I've done. Food is such a great way of connecting people.
100%.
And it was just, the connections and the relationships I've created through that has been phenomenal.
It's grown since.
I think so. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ellen, for
Thank
sitting
you
down
for
with us.
having me.
Yes.
My name is Ellen Chen, and this is Unexpected Connections.